into our post-game show, Friday Night in Athens. We are joined by Mac Ricks. Mac, congrats on the win. Y'all just beat Monroe area. 14-7. How are you feeling right now?
Feels really good. Coach a little upset. I made it a little more nervy than it should have been there at the end, but it feels really good to get a win out here on homecoming in front of such great fans.
Absolutely. Y'all had to make a big adjustment as Titus Watkins went down and you had to jump in. What were your thoughts in that moment?
You know, I've been here before, so I wasn't nervous. I was the guy last year, so no nerves, and they were a lot of the same players from last year, and I knew what they like to do, and I did it against Hart County 2 weeks ago, so no nerves. Hope he's okay. He's a fighter, and he was having a great game before that, so that was unfortunate, but really just come in and do my job and get a win.
With that said, out there, they call you a Swiss Army knife. You came out and used your legs to create so much offense. Can you talk a bit about what you did out there and how you were able to create offense on the ground?
Yeah, so it stems back to my scout team days. We used to have the best defense in the state, so I just had to run around back there, and I kind of found out I was kind of good at it. So, you know, people ask me, you get nervous when the ball goes behind, or it's a bad snap, or you got to scramble, and I'm like, that's what I love. My heart starts pounding, and that's the best feeling. I watched Johnny Manziel as a kid, and my mom's gonna get mad at me, but I've always loved to hit the cash a little bit. So scrambling's fun, and that's kind of what I love to do. So anything I can do to get a first down, whether it's diving or scrambling, I want to do it.
Awesome, Mac. Well, we won't keep you too long. We know you got a big weekend ahead. Homecoming King, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You got some boogieing to do tomorrow night.
I do have some boogieing to do. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a party.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
I'm curious, but for tonight, what are you going to do after this?
Oh, man, we're going to hit up some Waffle House, you know. Nothing better than Waffle House after a win.
You got to give us the order, man. What's the order?
Nothing better than an all-star special, bacon, no sausage. You got to go extra crispy on the hash browns with no grits. I'm not a grits guy. Sorry, all you Southerners. I'm one of you, but I hate grits. And then just a plain waffle, put some butter and syrup on it, and get a water for some hydration.
I love it.
Gotta love that.
Made
oh, it's great. Y'all should try it.
I love it. All right. Well, we will be right back with Head Coach Hall. Thank you, Mac.
You're welcome.
Congrats
Thank y'all.
on the win.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
And we're back with Oconee County Head Coach Ben Hall. Coach, congrats on the win. I got to ask, Titus Watkins went down in the first half, and y'all had to transition and put Mac in. He played last year, and so he's comfortable in that spot. But what were your thoughts when that went?
Well, I was well, here we go again. Same thing happened last week at Hart County, and Mac was pushed into duty. Now he gets half the reps in practice, but we have a Mac Ricks package, and it's rather limited because Titus gets the majority of the spread personnel reps, and so that condenses the play sheet tremendously. You can see that the Mac Ricks package is rather slim. So we were just in the mode to run the clock out once we got the lead and just take it into the locker room and start building around him next week if Titus can't go.
Absolutely.
And on the defensive end, obviously this is a run-heavy team. They have their lead back. They call them the Flash, but you guys held them to only 23 yards tonight. What mentality did you guys come out with on the defensive end?
Well, we did know they were run-heavy. Our defense is solid against the run. Their back is explosive, and we knew that we had to contain him and couldn't give up the big play. And I was proud of the kids and the way they played.
So now you take sole possession of the third seed in Region 8-3A now with that win. How big was the win in your eyes?
Oh, it was huge, and then the win next week is going to be even bigger. We have a very, very talented Stevens County team, and they're sitting in the driver's seat right now. They have a big game tonight against Hart County, so it's almost a playoff mentality in this region. There's a really good team that's going to stay home because our region and then Region 5 are two of the most solid regions in the state in terms of parity, and every week is a playoff type opponent.
Absolutely. Heading off of this win, how do you keep your guys ready and going and pushing towards this big game at Stevens next week?
Our team is so young in so many places, and they're still growing and learning, and they're very eager. So that hasn't been a problem, keeping the guys' attention or keeping them grounded. They're still growing in the positions, and I don't think we'll have an issue with that.
Awesome. Well, good luck next week. Thank you for coming in here tonight, and congratulations again on the win. We are here, Coach Ben Hall, Trevyn Gray, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And welcome back, Jackson. Thanks for coming back.
Of course.
Crazy night around the region. Give me an update. What's going on?
Well, of course, the Cedar Shoals Jaguars have some magic left in the hat after all. Still in that fourth quarter, so that one's not over yet, but they're up 31-14, so the comeback story lives on, Camille.
Come on, Jackson. That's been the hot topic all night for you.
I'm rooting for them.
They need it.
That's right. Could still make the playoffs. So at this rate, I think they can do it.
I love it. Okay, North Oconee.
North Oconee, of course, doing what we expected. They're winning 35-0 in that fourth quarter. We knew they were going to be the stronger team. They've got so many seniors. They're so strong this year. Look to see them in the state championship game. That's my prediction early on, but I think they can do it. They took care of Walnut Grove, or still closing that one out.
Athens Christian at the half, trailing by 20 points at the half?
Trailing by 21 and ended up losing. That score is final. Rabun County Tigers win 38-0 on the road at Athens Christian. A strong Tigers team that Athens Christian played tonight. They're still looking for that first win, Camille. You got to hope for the best next week.
Really, you feel for them.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe next week.
There's always next Friday.
You catch them next week. Okay, what about ACAD? What's the update on ACAD?
So ACAD right now started off 13-0 when we last checked in on them. Now up 42-21. So double the score of the Leopards, and that's in the fourth quarter. Only a few minutes left in that game, so it looks like the Spartans have closed them out as well.
Awesome. And last but not least, I think I already know the answer to this, but how's Prince Avenue going?
Aaron Philo's doing Aaron Philo things. Prince Avenue up 48-0 over Oglethorpe. That gives them their first region win, and that's the road to the playoffs that starts tonight. So they got it done. A few minutes left in that fourth quarter, but might as well be over.
It's a good note to end on. I love it.
Absolutely.
Well, Jackson, thank you.
Of course, a great night to be here.
Yes, awesome. We'll see you soon in a minute. Trey, Patrick, a crazy game tonight. Oconee County pulled it off with their homecoming win, 14-7. What did we see tonight in the performance on each side?
Well, from the Monroe area side of things, it just felt like they never got their run game going. Mm-hmm. Their main rushing guy, 23 yards. He's been a 1,000-yard rusher. Tonight, only 23 yards. That should tell you a lot about what Oconee's defense was able to do.
Yeah, but it was a second half of mistakes for really both teams. So Oconee County able to hold on. They were able to capitalize a bit when Caden Wood's able to get that touchdown. But when you look at Caden Wood's stats as a whole, it's 20 carries for 49 yards. That's a pretty good job by that Monroe area defense. But Monroe area down the stretch going for a Hail Mary from 50 yards out when the quarterback could only throw it 40. But Oconee County themselves kind of let Monroe area have a chance that last drive. So weird decision making, but I think at least for Oconee County, they're happy to escape with the win.
Yeah, I feel like there were so many mistakes from Monroe area in that second half. They had an opportunity to get back in the game, but it felt like they kept making mistake after mistake that left them out of the game. For example, there was a bad snap on the first drive that put Oconee County at the 25-yard line. There was a muff punt right after that put them Oconee County at the 27-yard line. Penalties down the stretch put them.
Yeah, and Oconee County didn't even fully capitalize off of that, but they just ended up making less mistakes, and that really was what caused it to be a Warrior win tonight.
Yeah, this feels like one of those games where you can say more of that the Purple Hurricanes lost this game versus that the Warriors won it. Mm-hmm. But it was overall it was a great game. You saw when Titus Watkins went down, you saw Matt Ritz come in at quarterback, and he was able to make that Oconee County offense go. Mm-hmm. 14 carries for 60 yards in that second half, getting the run game going, keeping their drives alive, and allowed them to be able to at least keep possession rather than letting the Purple Hurricanes get back in the game.
And for sure, Mac Rick showed why he was a playmaker and why we spotlighted him in the pregame. He comes in, steps up at his position that he hasn't really played a whole lot this year, comes in, shines, and got a Warrior win.
And that wraps our show up tonight, Friday Night in Athens. It has been a pleasure being your host this week. For the Carmical Sports Media Institute, I am Camille Stroud, and we will see you next week.